I was desperate when I was 360 pounds to be where I am today. Desperate. Would have given anything, would have probably given my left leg to be where I am today. So being down and hard on myself that I'm not 150 pounds is ridiculous, because if I look at the perspective change of when I started, I would have given anything to be where I am today. So don't give up. Don't forget where you started and keep moving forward, y'all. This is the just woke up, stabbed myself in the face yesterday, day before, I don't know, face, and I can't even find my glasses. Scott obviously found my glasses because I couldn't find them. This is I cut myself a second time. Got so excited the other day about finishing my crochet project. He's a little mushroom. That I stabbed myself in the face with my thumb. That is a big black dog named Olive. But you guys aren't here to look at my cute crochet projects. Although, I've only been crocheting for like 2.5 weeks. I think maybe three. I started a week before my sister went into labor and had the baby. Here's my very first project. Look how cute it is. I slept better last night, obviously. Still a bit tired. Olive likes to get up at 5 a.m. and try to go bark at squirrels in the backyard. It does not help us sleep at all. Just get a little better. Every day she gets a little better, But Scott slept with me last night because yesterday I'd kicked him to the spare bedroom for snoring. Turns out, instead of getting painful autoimmune, because he doesn't have any stuff happen, he snores when he eats bad. So it'll be a week tomorrow that we've been clean on carnivore, and last night snored maybe once that I had to stab him in the side to wake up, which is much better, because the other night, oh my gosh, he woke me up like 7 or 8 times. Plus, I don't think my sleep cycle is quite back to normal from getting up in the middle of the night at my sister's and then getting like an hour of sleep days in a row. My body's still trying to recuperate. I am no longer 18. What else has been happening this week? We've been eating really good. Let's see a few of the meals that we've been eating. Breakfast for me: 2 eggs, chorizo sausage, coffee with cream, water. Scott's having steak with, I think that's 4 eggs, and that's some like queso leftovers. And then Mom is having 3 eggs and warmed up ribeye with coffee as well. All right, dinner tonight. I've got some mustard with, this is Swiss bacon and chicken thighs. These are bone-in, the bones right there. This is one of my favorite meals to eat. It's so tasty. This morning, 2 pieces of bacon, 2 eggs with my Redmond's salt, and as always, my water. Dinner tonight, ribeye with butter, and then we got some of this delicious apple pecan smoked salt. We're gonna try it on the steak tonight. So that's what we've eaten. It's been really, really yummy. And I will tell you guys that apple pecan smoked salt, delicious. Oh my goodness, so good. You can always find the link to Redmond's down in the description below, but it's my new favorite. Cherry was, I thought, my favorite, but they secretly sent this to me and I just got it yesterday and tried it, and ooh, it's my new favorite. Exercise. The dogs have been getting a walk every day. How do I look? It's raining. I got my new poncho on. Have 3, where's the other one? 3 of the 4 dogs. Scott's got Olive running her somewhere. It is ice cold, but dang it, I'm dedicated to get these doggies their walks. I have not been walking them as much as I would like, but at the same time, sorry, I have to live through these yawns. At the same time, I'm also realizing it's only been a week since we've restarted carnivore and my grumpiness has finally stopped. Scott is so thankful about that. I am feeling much better. I do still have like the energy lulls. And so it's like, this is what I tell people, give yourselves 2, 4 weeks, 6 if you're brand new to eating low carb way. Sometimes 6 weeks can be what you really want to do. Let your body get into ketosis, get the eating down. Don't worry about everything else. Get the eating down. It's so stressful worrying about the, am I doing, like if you're using artificial sweeteners like a Splenda or something right now, don't worry about that right now. Worry about the meat, or if you're doing keto or whatever, the meat and vegetables, get that down pat. That little bit of artificial sweetener, don't even worry about it right now. Get your foundation done, did. And so that's what I'm doing, following my own advice. I would like to be walking twice a day again instead of just the 1 mile, but I'm okay with that. The other day we did do like 3.5, 4 miles at the marina. I'll take my wins. Next week we're going to start, because I want to see the baby more, going down twice a week. Scott does not know this yet. We're gonna start going twice a week down to my sister's to weightlift with my brother-in-law, and I get baby time. So you know, it's a dual benefit for me. I've been hesitant because my brother moved. He moved a little bit more south from us, so it's a bit further because that's where we were going weightlifting at. But last time I went there to weightlift was the night we came back and found Rosie on the ground, and she died that night. So there's hurts on this side. There is some angst and pain I've associated with weightlifting, like going somewhere, going to the house to weightlift, and then that unreasonable fear that I might come back and find one of the other dogs in distress and they die that night too. But I have to face it head on, and so that's what we're gonna do starting next week. I've had a handful of people ask me what I do differently now than what I did differently in the beginning of my journey. Well, now I use things like LMNT. It is a carnivore reset week for me. If you didn't know, I've had to restart on carnivore. If you want to know why, check out my last update. But something that I use now that I hadn't used before was LMNT. Why? Because it has the sodium, magnesium, and potassium that help with carb withdrawals. Also helps with headaches, cramps, fatigues, all of these things that we experience coming off of carbs. I have to say, it's been much better using this than the first time, like immensely better using this. Right now, LMNT's offering an 8-pack sample pack free with any purchase. You just need to go to drinklmnt.com/carnivorous me. That's drinklmnt.com/carnivorous me. Redmond's salt crystal. I journal when I'm struggling, or I talk it out to Scott. Those are like the big things that I do. And the fourth one is take it day by day. Not worrying about getting on the scale every day, once a week. That's my maximum. And just understanding and accepting my body's going to do what it's going to do, and I can only adjust by week basis. Yeah, that's it. And oh, well, the big thing, number 5, I guess is the biggest one, is learning what true hunger feels like. So many comments, I get so many comments of people worried they aren't eating enough, they're eating too much, they're not eating the right thing. And it's like, okay, set that all down. If you have weight to lose, and I'm not just talking about like 5 or 10 pounds, although this still technically can apply to you to some degree, but myself, heavier, you know, slightly lighter, whatever. I have the Bank of Amanda. And I want to reiterate this, okay? I am not remotely concerned about under eating. There is a caveat with that though. If you are under eating, like to the point where you are lethargic and not moving around, then you should consume more food, okay? If you are in ketosis and you are well adapted to fat burning and things like that, it shouldn't be that much of a problem. It can be, don't get me wrong. But the whole point of doing this, well, is past the autoimmune, feeling better, because this is going to be a lifelong thing for me, is the weight loss, okay? Calories are a terrible metric. You've heard me say this so many times, but food is energy. Fat here is excess stored energy. It's not that simple, but we're just going to kind of keep it that way, okay? Because hormones and all this stuff play into effect, but that's too long of a story. I just want to reiterate, like, the whole thing is I used to struggle with, am I eating enough? Am I not eating too much? And then I would go into that wanting to restrict phase, which then would want to send me on binges. No, I focus on when I'm eating. I do not eat until I am full. I eat until I'm no longer hungry, period. I've mentioned this many times. Dr. Barry always says, eat until you're comfortably stuffed. That's too much for Amanda. And here's the thing. I never learned what comfortably stuffed feels. I binge ate almost my entire teenage and adult life. I binge ate. You lose the ability to like stop eating even when you're sick and you're still eating. Like, I lost that ability. Plus, when I was a kid, I was always told, eat everything on your plate. I never had to actually listen to my appetite, my true body signals saying, stop eating, Amanda, you don't need more. What has worked well for me is stopping eating when I'm no longer hungry. I'm not full, but I'm not hungry anymore. And that's where I stop, okay? Bad dogs. And do bad dog things. Really bad dog, Olive. So I don't want to be on a soapbox about this, but I want people to just truly realize that if you have weight loss, our body recycles amino acids that we eat. So it's not like if I eat, not realistic, but like eat 100 grams of protein and I get whatever the amino acid amount is out of there, that the next day it's gone. No, we recycle a large portion of the amino acids, which is our building blocks, when we eat day to day. So it's not like, again, if I eat 100 grams of protein, that I lose all the benefit the next day, okay? Because starvation mode can happen when you do not have fat reserves to dig into, or you have some genetic or medical reason. I mean, those are always little caveats that go with it. So I want to stress enough. Do not worry about eating too little, as long as you are not eating so little you stop moving around and you get really, really lethargic. If that's the case, try upping your fat a bit, okay? And it's about playing around with it and figuring out what works. So I think that is number 5, but that's like the biggest one for me, okay? Those are the things that have been improving. Rollerblading, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Nope, today, just kidding, because it's supposed to be sunny later this afternoon. And I have been dedicated to walking these dogs. I vacuumed the basement in the middle floor last night, but let me show you what the basement looks like now. And it's not even been half a day. A stuffed animal massacre has happened in the past hour. Last, I will leave you with a bit of wisdom someone gave me. Don't give up. I was desperate when I was 360 pounds to be where I am today. Desperate. Would have given anything, would have probably given my left leg to be where I am today. So being down and hard on myself that I'm not 150 pounds is ridiculous, because if I look at the perspective change of when I started, I would have given anything to be where I am today. So don't give up. Don't forget where you started and keep moving forward, y'all. I appreciate you so much, and I will talk to you guys again a little bit later this week. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Book club. Anybody wants to join, come join the Discord. It's free. Go to carnivorousme.com website to click on the little remote icon to get into Discord. You just need to get the book, buy it, rent it from the library. It's technically the 3rd week in November. It's like I'm so terrible, y'all. You are on my phone. I forgot. Yeah, it's like 2.5 weeks into November that it's that Thursday that we're doing book club at 6 o'clock. I will have more details in the Discord, and we're doing Tiny Habits by B.J. Fogg. Good book. I've already started it. Read chapters 1 and 2. Okay, beyond that.